Okay, overview of the theoretical program. Goal: present the mathematical framework for constructing a traversable wormhole connecting Earth and Kepler 186f star exoplanet Kepler b, and placing the exit mass into an orbit that gives the chosen time offset relative to Earth. Steps covered. 1. Space-time metric for traversable wormhole, Einstein's field equation related to geometry to stress and energy. 2. Constraints from energy conditions and the need for exotic negative energy density. 3. Throat geometry embedding radius and tidal force constraints for human safe traversal. How to introduce a time offset between miles by different differential motion or gravitational time dilation and the consistency equations that produce closed time-like curves if misapplied. Orbital mechanics for placing the exit mass into an orbit to produce the desired proper time relation with Earth. Works in numerical scalings and order of magnitude estimates using the equations. All equations are shown and then followed immediately by clear explanation of what the equation does and the physical consequences of applying it. Wormhole metric and Einstein equation. Start with a static spherical symmetric traversable wormhole in Morris-Dahl form. Metric and Schwarzschild-like coordinates. Here's the result. Explanation. After applying this equation, this metric defines two functions: the redshift function that controls gravitational time dilation and the shape function that controls geometry of the throat. The throat is at radius and for traversable wormhole, so no event horizon forms. Einstein field equation relate geometry to stress energy. Explanation. After applying this equation, compute the Einstein tensor components from the metric above. These determine the required that must be supplied by matter and fields to realize the metric. The sign conventions used here assume signature. Geometry units can be used later. Compute key components for static spherically symmetric wormhole. Define energy density as measured by static observers. Radial pressure, tangential pressure. The Einstein equations give. Explanation for applying the equations. These relations tell us the local energy density and pressures required to sustain the wormhole geometry. The prime denotes the derivative with respect to r if p and r is negative. In some regions we have required negative energy density. A traversable wormhole throat typically requires in the throat neighborhood. Energy conditions are exhausted. The null energy condition along a null vector is required. Apply to radial null direction for the wormhole and convert to metric functions to get the average expression in the throat. Explanation of applying traversability without horizons and finite redshift function typically leads to that, or at or near the throat. That is a local violation of the NAC and hence requires exhaustive matter with negative energy density. Quantum effects such as Casimir can produce locally negative energy densities, but integrated constraints like average null energy condition impose global restrictions. If one attempts a specific simple throat with zero redshift for simplicity, then apply these. Choose the shape function that near throat behaves as. Then give. Then. So energy value at throat. Therefore, building traversable throat macroscope requires sustained negative energy. Quantitative exhaustive energy square required. Integrate energy density across that throat region to estimate total negative energy. Explanation after applying. For a throat size of RO would be a not growing large outside the throat, the integrated negative mass energy scale is order. In SI units, for a throat radius of 1 meter, the negative energy mass energy scale is order. If restoring factors of C giving enormous energy magnitudes comparable to planetary masses. This demonstrates the practical impossibility with known technology. Okay. Total geometry tidal force and traversal constraint. Tidal acceleration between two parts of the traversal separated by spatial vector is given by geodesic deviation. R is the Riemann tensor and indicates zero refer to traveller for velocity. Compute typical maximum tidal acceleration at throat scale using the curvature estimate, then tidal acceleration magnitude. Apply the human size separation and tolerance to avoid harm. Sulfur. Explanation for applying this shows that a throat radius on the order of meters or larger is required to keep tidal forces survival. Combined with the enormous negative energy required, meter scale traversable throat requires exhaustive energies of astrophysical scale. Producing a time offset between wormhole modes. Wait a minute. Is this um, um, are we talking about our terrestrial core? Something else. Something else. Something else. See that? You would just be. Start this video again.